Brad from bradthepainter.com, and I'm just painting a door today. And what I want to do is show you three things. One is the sequence that we go in. Of course, you can do whatever you want with your door, but one thing we care about is brush strokes, and so the sequence and the brush strokes, and then sort of one sort of time-saving tip, which actually I'll start with right now. Normally, when I have a lot of doors to do, I set up a roller with a 5-gallon bucket, a screen, a regular 9-inch roller with a thin nap roller, and if I'm production painting, I'm rolling outdoors, and I will come along and I will roll, and that will be wet, and then I come along with my Purdy brush, a quality brush, not one of these dollar store brushes. Please, they shed their bristles, and so you come along and just tip it out with your strokes in the direction that you want them. If you really hate brush strokes, you're gonna spray, but this is for rolling paint. So you can see I've already cut around the doorknob. What I like to do is come along and do all the edges. Sorry, I'm kind of not looking in the camera. Sorry if I screwed it up. I come along, and the areas that are going to be especially when it's cold, the area that's going to touch the door jamb, I am going to paint those first with a light coat. I'll probably try to give those 2 or 3 light coats so that can start to dry while I'm working on the rest. And there'll be some overlap, sure, but I'm not concerned. I want to get paint on that. Painting with one hand and holding a phone with the other. So anyway, let me just knock that. And I'm just painting off the lid here. I shook the can really well, and I like to use the paint off the lid first. Okay, so that's drying. So that gives me an opportunity to get the first part of my second coat and in my third coat, which I'll need here because of the great change in color. I'm going to do 3 coats. This is actually a primer. This is Benjamin Moore's Aqualock, and I'm going to do 2 more coats of exterior white. So anyway, this dries, and then the next coat I will start with that, and each time I'll go around. Oops, I'm going to need to get that. So that's the sequence, basically the cutting first. Next, I would come along and cut the glass. And people say, should you get paint on the glass? It doesn't matter. I try not to get paint on the glass, but if I do, I don't stop to correct it. I just come back with a razor, take my razor, and I cut the line and then scrape. And before it gets too hard, don't let it bake in the sun. And here's the main thing about how to paint a door, which is, you may not care, but we care about brush strokes being parallel. So the way that's done, whether you're applying the paint with a roller or not, I'm doing this because my bristles got a little dry this stuff dries so fast. Whether you apply it, whether you just rolled out, let's say you rolled out that interior section, and as far as sequence goes, we do the light. These are called lights, as if there was a light there. We would paint the lights first. Obviously, that is a light. So if I were rolling, I would roll out that light right into the corner, and it would look something like this. So you can see it's gonna go into the. This is called is that called the batten, and this is called the stay, or whatever, I can't remember, it doesn't matter. So then you see you've got all your brush strokes. I'll try to get closer. All sort of screwed up. That will dry like that, and that's going to be ugly. So what you do is you come along with your brush and you leave parallel strokes in every direction where they're supposed to be. This would be, sorry again about the camera work. This would be parallel this way. You turn your brush at an angle. That's why I use an angle cut brush. And you lay your brush there to start, and you come parallel. And so all of this is parallel. For this part here, the junction here, what are you going to do? Well, these are parallel this way, and these, you lay your brush and you come down. And this leaves brush strokes that way. Again, you know, it's better to spray. You have no brush strokes, but in this case, this is the best that you can do. So you just kind of go one section at a time. Especially today is a warm day and it's drying very quickly. So I'll do the bottom here. You see I'm on top of where I don't want it. So I'm gonna do all my parallel strokes down this way. I've only got one section that needs to be half that way, turn it around, half that way, bada bing, bada boom, you're done. Okay, I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. And then I'm just gonna have to do all this 2 more times. And then I get the money. Actually, this is my own house, so I get no money for this, but that's the way we do doors. Good luck.